As a parent, you've been told that more is better. More therapy sessions, more specialists, more interventions. You're running from speech therapy to occupational therapy, from feeding therapy to ABA or play therapy. And maybe you've even added in supplements, some dietary changes, sensory tools, detoxes, the whole gambit. But here's what's heartbreaking. Despite all of that effort, all of that time and all of that investment, progress feels slow. And most of the time, it even stalls completely. And you're left wondering, what are we missing? Why isn't this working? But here's the truth that most specialist doctors, providers don't tell you is that your child doesn't need more therapies. They need the right foundation first. We need to address things in the correct sequence. So, this video is for exhausted parents who are doing everything right, but feel like they're pushing a car with the parking brake on. If you're tired of adding more and more interventions without seeing the breakthroughs that you were promised, this is for you. Every single week in our office, we meet parents who are running themselves into the ground. They're managing four, five, sometimes six different therapy appointments each week. They've tried the elimination diets, supplements, weighted blankets, and countless other tools. And they're doing it all out of love. But when we ask them, has anyone evaluated your child's nervous system? The answer is almost always no. Research shows that nearly 1 in 6 children today has a developmental disability. That's millions of families that are stuck in this cycle, chasing symptoms, adding interventions, but never addressing the foundation that controls everything else, the nervous system. So think about it this way. If you tried to remodel a house while the foundation had cracks running through it, what would happen? No matter how beautiful the paint, how expensive the furniture, the fixtures, how perfect the design and the layout, everything would keep shifting. It would start settling and falling apart. And that's exactly what's happening when we add therapy after therapy without first addressing the nervous system. You see, the nervous system is the foundation. It's the air traffic controller that's coordinating every other system within your child's body: their speech, their movement, their digestion, their sleep, their regulation, their immune responses, their ability to handle life. When that foundation is stressed, stuck, or dysregulated, every other therapy that you add is working against resistance. It's not that the therapies don't work, it's that they can't fully work when the foundation isn't stable. And here's what makes this even harder: most parents are never told this. They're told to add more, try more, do more, layering it all on. But no one stops to ask, is the brain and nervous system even ready for all of this input? So, how does a child's nervous system become stressed in the first place? It's what we call the perfect storm. It's a combination of stressors that start piling up early in life, oftentimes even before birth. Prenatal stress is the first layer. When mom experiences stress during pregnancy, whether it's physical, emotional, chemical, that stress travels through the umbilical cord just like a power cord, directly impacting baby's developing brain and nervous system. And then comes birth. Even normal, natural births put stress on a baby's delicate spine and nervous system. But when we add interventions like inductions, epidurals, forceps, vacuums, or even C-sections, that stress intensifies. And there's studies that show up to 90% of newborns have some level of spinal misalignment or neurological dysfunction after birth. And then after birth, the storm continues. Early illnesses, rounds of antibiotics, reflux, ear infections, environmental toxins, constant screen exposure, and the pressure of endless developmental expectations. Each of these stressors adds another crack to the foundation. And by the time parents notice delays or the struggles, the nervous system is already overwhelmed, stuck in stress mode, unable to regulate, unable to coordinate all the systems that need to work together for development to happen. Now, here's where things get tricky, and this is where parents feel the most guilt, but you shouldn't. When a child's nervous system is already overloaded, adding more therapies can feel like plugging too many devices into one power strip. Eventually, the circuit breaker trips, things start shutting down, and oftentimes progress stops. It's like a computer with too many tabs open. Everything starts to slow down, things freeze, nothing runs smoothly. And this is why you might see your child make some progress at first and then hit a wall. This is why therapy sessions become harder instead of easier. This is why meltdowns increase, why sleep gets worse, or why behaviors seem to regress. It's not that your child can't do it, and it's not that the therapy is wrong. It's that the nervous system doesn't have the capacity to process all of these positive inputs, all because the foundation is still cracked. And this is the part that breaks my heart, is because parents blame themselves. You blame yourselves. You think, maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I need to add one more thing. But the problem was never that you weren't doing enough. It's that you were building on an unstable foundation. Now, this is the hopeful part. And this is what we get to see every single day within our office. When we utilize neurologically focused chiropractic care to restore balance and regulation to the brain and nervous system, everything changes. Now, we use the advanced insight scans to measure exactly where the nervous system is stuck in stress mode. And then through gentle, precise, specific chiropractic care, we help release that tension and restore the body's ability to regulate, to heal, and to adapt. And here's what parents tell us that happens next: therapies start changing. Speech therapy that was moving slowly suddenly starts clicking. Kids start putting words together, following directions, and engaging more. Occupational therapy becomes easier. Sensory challenges calm down. Their motor skills improve. Coordination comes together. The feeding therapy starts working because digestion regulates, the vagus nerve activates, and the body can finally process food without stress. Their sleep improves. Their immune system strengthens, behaviors stabilize, and meltdowns decrease. Now, it's not magic, it's neurology. When the foundation is stable, everything built on top of it finally has a chance to work the way that it was supposed to. Now, if you're exhausted from running therapy to therapy day after day, week after week, if you're tired of adding more without seeing real change, and if you're ready to stop chasing symptoms and start addressing the foundation, we are here to help. Our team at Haven Family Chiropractic, right here in Katy, Texas, specializes in neurologically focused chiropractic care for kids and for families. We don't replace what you're already doing, we unlock it. Your child doesn't need more interventions, they need the right foundation for those interventions to work. So check the link within our bio, send us a DM to schedule, and let's help your child's nervous system shift from stress to strength so that everything else that you're doing can finally work, because your family deserves hope and you deserve answers. So let's start this healing journey together.